So yes, muscles are very important. I do a lot of work with muscle tissue and soft tissue of the body, but our joints are also very, very important. So today I want to talk about joint rolling, and that can help bring health to not only the joints but everything surrounding that as well, including all the muscles that are attaching to it, by working with the synovial fluid, which is in between the joints, bringing that lubrication, helping to ease kind of that achiness, that pain that you can often feel in your joints, especially during that cold kind of dry season. Bringing more movement and lubrication to the joints can really help kind of combat those qualities. So I'm going to start with my wrists, and this is a great thing to do in the morning, especially if you use your hands a lot or your wrists. Me personally, as a massage therapist, I do, so this is very important. So we're just doing little crazy 8s, and you can go fast. That was fast, or you can go very slow. And the slower you go, the better it is. I'm feeling a little bit of popping, a little bit of crepitus in my wrist here. So I'm just exploring. And the way you can do this more elegantly looking, just turning inside and out and then going the other way. I like to use my fingers. I feel like that helps bring a little bit more articulation in through my carpal tunnel or in through that wrist area. This is a good elbow joint lubricator. And I'm moving my hands so that the radius and the ulna, two bones in our forearms, are moving as well. Already I'm feeling a nice warmth starting in my body, so it doesn't feel like we're doing much, but we're getting circulation into these joints, which can bring an overall warmth and glow to our body. And moving up to the shoulders, I like to bring my hands to my shoulders here, going backwards. And I'm going a little bit fast right now. It can be very, very beneficial to go very slow. But y'all don't want to watch me joint roll forever. So going the other way, if you want to do one at a time. I personally like both. I can kind of feel what's going on each side. I like to analyze my body as I do any movement practice, any yoga, any stretching, so that I can tell, you know, oh, my right side catches a little bit right there, or my left side catches a little bit, you know, in this section of it. So I'm getting some nice movement through my joints here, shaking it out, doing some slight neck rolls. Everybody has different opinions of what feels good to their neck. I never am a big fan of just letting my head drop like this. I feel like that is kind of crunchy on my the back of the spine here. So another option is just doing kind of gentle neck rolls, keeping that upward gaze, not minimal, but you know, not just letting it fall. This can be great because not often do we look up. I find that when I went and looked at the stars the other night, my head got so tired from just looking up, and I was like, gosh, I'm always just looking down, down, down. So it can be very, very helpful and healthy to always look up every once in a while. Another good neck way is to kind of just make circles with your eyes. I feel like this targets my C1 and C2 a little bit more in ways that I don't always get. So this is if you're really sensitive to kind of the neck rolls and not a big fan, this can be a good alternative. And then moving to your hips. The hips, I personally like to get on the floor. So before I get on the floor, I'm going to show you a knee movement. So just putting your knees together, your feet together, your hands on your knees. And if you have really sensitive knees, maybe just minimize how wide you go. So you're just kind of doing small circles here. Or if it doesn't feel good at all, don't do it. But it can be very, very helpful, especially people that do a lot of running or a lot of pressure or strength training that involves knees, like squats or biking. And so just doing small little knee circles here. Doesn't have to be anything big. And like I said, I'm going kind of fast right now. So the slower you go, the more your body is getting the message to slow down in that area and to lubricate and to bring attention. You can also do little hand circles on your knees just to bring extra awareness there. And then for your hips, I like to get onto my hands and knees here in a cat-cow tabletop position. And then you can bring your knee in, bring it out, bring it up, and then just making circles. And if that feels like too much for you, you can just do smaller. You don't have to go so big. This is great for your core too. And you want to make sure that you keep your core stabilized here. So we're not just sagging down, having an arch in the back while we're doing this. We really want to keep the integrity of our shoulders down and back, our core engaged, our navel tucked into our spine here. So doing that, and then you can come around the other way. And then you can do that as many times as you want, and then obviously do it on the other side. And for time's sake, I'm not going to. And then another great thing to do is put your feet up against the wall. You should elevate your feet at least once a day. Super great for the heart, super great for circulation. But so that I can look at the camera, I'm not going to put my feet up against the wall. So for right now, I'm just going to have them in the air. But then doing ankle rotations. In, out, going slow. My ankles are probably my tightest, least flexible joint. So I try and give my ankles a lot of love, especially when they've been sprained a lot, which mine have. This is a great thing to do when you are doing your legs up in the air against the wall in the evenings. Or I like to kind of put my sacrum kind of up on a bolster or a foam roller, kind of right at the top of my sacrum. That can be a nice lower back release while you're doing this, and kind of getting your hips above your heart and your heart above your head to get those the best circulatory benefits. Pointing your toes back and forth, rolling your toes as well. And that's it. And that's all the joints of your bodies. Another thing, you can do small little minor finger, just really gentle. It feels very simple and almost like it's not doing anything, but it does. All of your joints need lots of love And yeah, I hope your joints are happy and healthy, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know.